Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here with an important update video. A video that will be both on the main channel, Rycon Roleplays, and on the second channel, Rycon Plays. Now the first part of this update will be talking about next month. It has been a hot second since I've been able to take a little bit of a break, and next month is going to be that. There hasn't been roleplay uploads for the last few weeks because I've been working overtime to make sure that there is some content for next month. I will be away pretty much all of September. I'm set to be traveling England with my brother and my dad, a trip that we've been planning since 2020, but as you might be aware, 2020 was a rather disruptive year, and now we once again have the opportunity to travel together. I am a first generation New Zealander and I have a lot of family over in England, family that I've never had the opportunity to meet. So I'm really looking forward to being able to delve into my roots. So with that being said, yes, I will be away. Yet, there will still be an episode of Cataclysm and an episode of RimWorld every week that I am away, so there'll still be something. Unfortunately, the roleplays will have to wait till I get back because they take far longer to work on. And speaking of roleplays, Zealand the tabletop role-playing game has just gone platinum on DriveThruRPG. If you haven't had a chance to check out Zealand yet, it is a survival horror tabletop role-playing game designed by myself and Stormforge Productions. If you'd like to see it for yourself, please go to whatiszealand.com. That's just Zealand. And speaking of Zealand, the Red Tide one-shot will be going live when I'm back from the UK. Horror on the high seas, it's quite the session. And in the final bit of tabletop news for the channel, I do have some unfortunate news. Ritual Cast will be coming to an end. Just like any tabletop role-playing game, scheduling can be difficult to manage. International games, even more so. And I personally just haven't had as much time to edit the episodes as I've been having to work on weekends more and more, which also makes scheduling all the more difficult. So with that being said, we still want to do a Q&A to be able to see the series out, as we as players and characters have many questions of Vedant our DM into where our characters may have gone, or mysteries and story hooks that we just weren't able to explore during the duration of the show. And I'm sure you all have your own questions, so please make sure to leave those questions in the comment section of this video on the main Rycon Roleplays channel, as I will be sourcing all of those questions from there to be able to use them in the Q&A episode. They can be character specific, world specific, meta questions, just leave them down below. And last but not least, today is a special day, yet another anniversary for Rycon Roleplays. As ever, I am excited to see what the future holds for us and the stories that we're going to tell here on this channel and the second. I certainly have my ideas, but those ideas need to be balanced by what we have ongoing at the moment, what we need to finish, and what will be interesting long term. As ever, I know that there will be questions about Leon's Tale in Skyrim. Believe me, I wouldn't have liked to have waited as long as we have between seasons, but for that final chapter of his tale, Apotheosis, it's pretty necessary. And so I have been playing around with the idea of returning to Skyrim with a roleplay in the meantime that follows the tale of another, that exists within the overall canon of Leon's Tale, a path that we really haven't been able to explore yet in any of the Skyrim series, Seeking Sovngarde included. So I do have that in mind, as well as a return to Ashes, our Fallout 4 roleplay, which will be returning after we conclude this chapter, this final chapter in Logan's Tale, a tale that I've been telling since the very beginning of this channel. And then of course there is Fallout London, an incredible mod that I really can't wait to sink my teeth into. Now, as to whether that will be a full-blown roleplay or something more akin to Frost, where we have a permadeath playthrough with light roleplay elements, I'll leave that one up to the rest of you. What would you prefer to see? A full-blown roleplay in that world, or something that focuses on more of these survival elements? I'd love to know what you want, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And right, I think that about wraps us up for now. I apologize to many of you that I haven't been able to get back to in comments and DMs, etc. Believe me, I've been working around the clock to make sure that there are going to be stories that are out there over the next month. And believe me when I say, things get wild in both of those series. So if you're not watching yet, I encourage you to do so. And I also apologize in advance, any advice that you can give me won't be able to be implemented until we are past that pre-recorded block. But that will be finishing up around about the end of September when I will be safely back home. And so with that, we are wrapped up for today's update video. Thank you for yet another year here on Rycon Roleplays. Believe me, I can't wait to be back home and to be making things again. I do love this job, and I'm still incredibly grateful that all of you out there continue to make that possible. And so for now, I have been Rycon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.